Meet Leo, a project manager who is drowning. His day is a whirlwind of endless Zoom meetings, a flood of Slack messages he can't keep up with, and a calendar that's a solid block of appointments. He tells everyone he's crushing it, because being busy feels like success, right? But when the day ends, there's no victory, just a sinking feeling. He hasn't achieved a single important goal in weeks. He's exhausted, not from hard work, but from confusing the chaos of being busy with the results of being productive. Leo's trapped on a treadmill, believing his value is measured by how fast he runs, not by where he's actually going. This isn't just Leo's story, it's a trap many of us fall into.
Welcome back to the Practitioner's Path. This isn't a classroom. It's a workshop. We aren't here to just read about Stoicism from some dusty old book. We are here to live it, to breathe it, and to use it to rebuild our lives, one stone at a time. Are you ready to get your hands dirty? Today's lesson is waiting. Let's get to work.
Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed, like you're drowning in a sea of tasks, even when you're working harder than anyone else? The Roman philosopher Seneca once said, "Let all your efforts be directed to something, let it keep that end in view." It's not activity that disturbs people, but false conceptions of things that drive them mad. This brings to mind a story from ancient Rome. Imagine a stonemason named Lucan, working on a grand villa. He was the first to arrive and the last to leave. A whirlwind of constant motion, he yelled at apprentices, constantly reorganized his tools, and looked like the busiest, most dedicated worker in the city. But inside, Lucan was falling apart. He felt a constant tension in his chest. The sheer volume of work felt like a mountain slowly crushing him. He believed that to be successful, you had to be exhausted. To be important, you had to be overwhelmed. This was his activity, but it brought him no peace, only misery. Working right beside him was an elderly mason, Titus. Titus never rushed. He moved with a calm, rhythmic efficiency, his focus always on the architect's plans. While Lucan was a storm of frantic energy, Titus was a pool of serene focus. One scorching afternoon, Lucan finally snapped. He turned to the old man and said, "How do you stand it, old man? This endless, mindless activity. Doesn't the weight of all these stones disturb your soul like it does mine?" Titus gently set down his chisel. "The stones have no weight on the soul, Lucan," he replied. "You are disturbed because you are moving just for the sake of motion. You think your exhaustion proves your value. These are false ideas." He placed a hand on Lucan's shoulder and pointed to the blueprint. "I don't see a heavy stone. I see the sanctuary where a family will one day find rest. My efforts are directed toward that specific end, because I know where I'm going. The work doesn't disturb my peace, it fulfills it. You," he said, "are a ship with full sails, but no rudder, battered by every wave because you have no harbor." In that moment, Lucan looked at the project, not as a pile of chores, but as a finished home. For the first time, he understood. It wasn't the work that drove him mad, it was the aimless, distorted way he saw his own life. This story perfectly illustrates Seneca's wisdom. Lucan is the classic example of burnout, not from overwork, but from a lack of clear purpose. He believed that being busy was the same as being effective, but when we work without a clear goal, our activity becomes chaotic and draining. That's the madness Seneca talked about, the mental stress caused by our own wrong ideas. So, how do we apply this ancient wisdom to our modern lives, filled with emails, meetings, and endless to-do lists? The answer lies in Titus's architect's parchment. The shift from burnout to peace isn't about doing less work, it's about refining why we're doing it. In the workbook, Bridging the Gap, From Theory to Action, this is called the principle of purposeful action. It argues that mental exhaustion rarely comes from physical effort. It comes from soul friction, that grinding feeling when you're moving without a clear destination. Let's turn this wisdom into a practical habit you can start today. We'll call it the architect's anchor. Step 1. The signal. The signal to start is the moment you touch your keyboard, pick up a tool, or walk into a meeting. Step 2. The intention. Your intention is to be like Titus, the serene builder, a strategist who values effectiveness over exhaustion. Step 3. The execution. Before you begin any task, take just 10 seconds to state your end in view. Say to yourself, "I am doing this specific task so that this specific result occurs." For example, "I am writing this email so that my team has the exact information they need to move forward." Step 4. The reward. The reward is an immediate release of mental weight. You'll feel the tension in your shoulders drop as that mountain of work transforms into a single, manageable stone. By doing this, you stop being a ship battered by the waves of urgent requests and frantic demands. You become the person who, even in the middle of chaos, remains calm and focused, because you know exactly where each stone is meant to go. You have a rudder for your ship. Try it with your very next task, and feel the difference for yourself.
Every lesson we share on this path is like a piece of a much larger puzzle, all designed to help you build a better life. If you're ready to truly master the 4-step habit formation system we covered today, the signal, the intention, the execution, and the reward, then I've got something special for you. You'll find the complete, in-depth blueprint in my book, Bridging the Gap, From Theory to Action. It's got everything you need to make lasting change. The link is right there in the description, waiting for you. I can't wait to see you in our next lesson. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.